What's up, sharp money people? We are back for another day looking at where the sharp money is to make our most profitable bets. Yesterday, if you tuned in, you made a lot of money. We went up $310. That was $100 bets in our player profit challenge, and we went 5-1 on the day. So quickly, here we go, our 6 picks. Aaron Wiggins had himself a day, hit pretty easily. Aaron Gordon was our one loss. Dude went out and scored 50. I don't think anybody was expecting to see that from him, so we'll take a loss there. That's okay. Aranda Gadsden, I wish I took a higher prop on him because he cashed pretty sweat-free. I believe in the first half he cashed that for us. Jets Kraken under 5.5, Bruins Ducks over 6.5, and then Marco Kasper over 1.5 shots on goal. Again, a very nice day in our player profit challenge. You know, what we're looking at is we have $310 worth of profit, and actually we have $941 that we can get to be at our max loss. So we've got a lot of breathing room here. That's because the Aaron Gordon one was the last play to cash. So the max loss goes off of your highest profit portion. So if we had lost to Aaron Gordon first, we'd have, you know, the full $1,000 till our max loss, but instead he was our last one. So, you know, we've got one loss on there, but again, we're $310 into profit. We need to get to $1,500. It's not going to be done in a day. That's one thing I definitely needed to learn with this. It's a process, and today we need to go out and find sharp bets again. So here we are back on the OddsJam Sharp Money tool. Let's kind of go game by game. I'll pull the games up on my phone. I don't want to spend too much time on any game. We're going to skip through a lot pretty quick because there won't be that many plays, but let's see what the Bucks and the Raptors have in store. Interesting. Scotty Barnes over 1.5 steals plus blocks. That's got a lot of liquidity on it. That's minus 180 on DraftKings though, so we're not going to be taking that play. Miles Turner over 1.5 blocks. It's at minus 159. I really don't like to go above 150. I don't even like being in the 140s, but we have to be there sometimes. The most juicy prop we took yesterday was actually Aaron Gordon's that lost at minus 155, and that was too much for my liking. So I don't know that we're going to take anything from this game. Miles Turner over 14.5 points is an interesting one, but again, I'd like to see more money on it. So what we're also not going to do is force any type of plays. So our next game up is going to be the Hawks and the Magic. Let's keep on moving on. We're not going to spend too much time on a single game. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Hawks, Magics, here we go. Does DraftKings not have a line on this? So Jalen Suggs under 16.5 points, rebounds, assists is on here. I would like to see what our line is that we can get on Player Profit, aka DraftKings odds, because they mirror each other. Let's see. I'm worried the number is not going to be too close to this. If it's higher, we would be happy to take the under. Suggs. Points, rebounds, and assists, so we can get him under at 15.5, and what was their number? 16.5. So we're not going to take that. We're losing value there. Wendell Carter double-double. That's an interesting one. We're not going to take it. 2+ money here for us in what we're going to do, but if you are somebody who likes to bet plus money, that's definitely a good play. Somebody's, you know, feeling that Wendell Carter is going to be able to do that. Suggs under 2.5 assists. We're not getting enough value on that to take it. And well, let's see, points under 10.5. DraftKings does not have that line, but it's at 9.5. Under rebounds and assists, same thing. We're just not getting the same number here. Jalen Johnson under 18.5 points. That's an interesting one, but only $629 of liquidity again. I mean, they say anything over 500 is supposed to be pretty good. I would really like to be, you know, over 1,000 on this. So let's move on to the next game. 52 results. What do we got? Okay, so we have Celtics to win. I do like Boston money line in this. Now, the issue here, and why we probably will not take this, is $5,250 is really good for a player prop. It's not really good for a game line. Game line, we want to see significantly more money because more people are betting game line, so more people are going to put liquidity out for that. I would definitely consider taking the Celtics money line. I put them in my NBA prediction video on TikTok. I do like that. Derek White over 4.5 assists. We would be taking this if it wasn't 175 on DraftKings. So DraftKings is definitely being difficult with us right now. Jalen Brunson under 3.5 rebounds. Minus 146 on DraftKings. There's $1,000 of liquidity on that. I do not hate that. Jaylen Brown, we're not getting good enough value. Why do I say we're not getting good enough value too? Because it's at plus 115 on Betano. So that's where, OddsJam is telling us that's the best price you're going to get for this. DraftKings is at minus 115. That's too big of a difference. If it was plus 105 on DraftKings, we'd be taking that play. Anthony Simons under assists, under 3.5 assists. That's another interesting one. So right now we're between Simons under 3.5 assists at minus 132 and Jalen Brunson under 3.5 rebounds at minus 146. Let's lock in Brunson on this one. I think that's a better play here. Not as good value-wise, but it's not terrible either. They're recommending at minus 130. We're at minus 146 when other books are more juicy as well. FanDuel not even offering an under here, so that's always a good sign as well. So Boston Celtics, Jalen Brunson. He's on the Knicks, but I was talking about the Celtics game. We're going to take Jalen Brunson under 3.5 rebounds. So let's see it. Let's take a look. Rebounds. Not a guy who's should be getting in there too much. 149, so it's pretty juicy. Don't love that, but we got to take a play sometimes. And I think it's a good one. So that's our first play from the Sharp Money tool today. Our next game on the slate, let's check what comes after that. We got the Cavs and the Nets. Let's see what type of value they've got going on in this game. 67 results. Come on, get us a good player prop here. Evan Mobley over 1.5 blocks. I mean, somebody really thinks he's going to be getting blocks in this game. It's at plus 115, plus 150 is the best line. That's a pretty big anomaly on what these books are. We can see FanDuel minus 108, DraftKings 105, MGM, Caesars 105. So that's an option. DraftKings does not have this Sam Merrill play, which also is getting good liquidity. Got the over, but again, this is not enough for a game prop here. Damon under 9.5 points. DraftKings not offering that. I'm assuming that means DraftKings only has him probably at 8.5. So actually, we're not even going to check that because I know it's not going to be a play we'll get. Tyrese Martin under 2.5 assists. DraftKings also not offering that line. Good liquidity though here. Can we get something else? Evan Mobley over 1.5 blocks. That's once again coming up. Cam Thomas over 19.5 points. Cam Thomas, what did he do game 1? Because this guy is a microwave. 15 points, 2 of 9 shooting. I do not know why he only took 9 shots and played 24 minutes. That's very interesting to me. Cam Thomas on his QO year, not really worried about that. Let's see. Should Nets be concerned about Cam Thomas' season opening struggles? I mean, no, I don't think so. He's starting though, right? Nets starting lineup. Okay, here's their depth chart. He's starting. I don't know. I kind of like Cam Thomas to have a bounce back game today. The dude can score. The dude can absolutely score. I think we're going to take that. I'd rather that over Evan Mobley over 1.5 blocks. How many blocks did he have in? And let's see, he had 1 block. So, I mean, not that that means anything. But let's take Cam Thomas. I like that play. Getting how much liquidity on this? Almost $1,000 on it. So somebody feels confident Cam Thomas can be the man tonight. And I think so too. They're going to need points from somebody. Let's take a look and get it in. So, player points, Cam Thomas. Over 19.5, minus 139. Put 100 on that. Again, we do want to stay selective. So we're not going to just force a bunch of plays. Our next game is going to be Spurs-Pelicans. I like this game a lot. Let's see what type of plays we can get in this. I think the Pelicans win this game. I'll just say that right here. I think they win this game. So we're seeing a ton of money going into New Orleans. Victor Wembanyama under 1.5 made threes. That's an interesting one. Somebody does not think he's going to be shooting threes tonight. Sadiq Bey under 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. DraftKings does not have that line though. Dylan Harper over 2.5 assists. if DraftKings has this, it's going to be juicy. I already know it. 151. Wemby over 3.5 assists. DraftKings minus 138. That's a better line here, but I do think the Dylan Harper one's a better bet to make. Harrison Barnes over 9.5 points. So I'm between right now Wemby under 3s and Dylan Harper over 2.5 assists. Let's take Dylan Harper over 2.5 assists. It's juicy, but I mean, we can see this ESPN bet minus 190. We're still getting good value compared to other games. So I don't like taking a ton of juice. This is more juicy than I'm typically comfortable with, but NBA player props, you get what you get with this, and we need wins. So let's go with Dylan Harper. Assists. Where's this? Okay, right here. Over 2.5, 151. Yeah. But let's get a cash. A cash is a cash at the end of the day, right? We'll take it if we get it. So after the Spurs game, Heat Grizzlies. Let's see what we can find in this game. Miami Heat and the Grizzlies. We still got a lot of NBA games to get through. We'll try to speed this up a little bit. Memphis money line. I do like the Grizz to win. Again, this isn't insane liquidity though. I mean, it's over the pinnacle limit, which I do like. Nikola Jovic under 4.5 rebounds. That's not bad. Jaren Jackson under 6.5 rebounds. DraftKings not offering that. Bam Adebayo over 28.5 points plus rebounds. Somebody's putting a lot of money down on that. That's an interesting one. DraftKings does not have that line. Davion Mitchell over 10.5 points. This is going to be our play right here. Take a look at this. DraftKings minus 123. Best odds are minus 115, so we're not far off. FanDuel 130. Pinnacle 150. So let's go Davion Mitchell. $150 limit. We're at 611. Again, I would rather see this at 1,000, but that's not going to happen that often, and we're still seeing significantly above the pinnacle limit here, which I do like a lot. So let's go with that. Davion Mitchell, get us some points, my guy. Let's see. So can we go player points? We're 10.5, right? Oh, are we not going to get that? Over 10.5 is not being 9.5, 11.5, 11.5, 14, 17, 19, 24. So we cannot take that play after all, which does kind of suck. I like that play a lot. I am very tempted to take the Grizzlies on the money line. I think we may go ahead and take a game line here. Let's do that. Let's just take Memphis to win. I like them at home. Good money going into them. Game lines. Actually, we got to just go back out of it to get it. I'm a little bummed about Davion Mitchell, but in terms of where the sharp money is, this is actually a better play with more liquidity on it. So we're taking Memphis to win here. And let's check who's next for us. We're going to have the Pistons and the Rockets coming up. So Sengun under half a 3. DraftKings doesn't even offer it. But somebody very much does not believe that he's going to be shooting a 3 here tonight. Kevin Durant under 3.5 assists. DraftKings values shot on that. Way too juicy. Could be a good play, but it's just, I mean, maybe we still take it. I don't know. I don't like giving up that much value, though, especially when, Pinnacle is 123, FanDuel 125, and the best line is at plus 108 with multiple books. Sengun under 1.5 threes. So DraftKings has that one. It's minus 211, though. Detroit plus 7. Interesting. Kevin Durant under 3.5 assists. Amen Thompson over 1.5 steals. Somebody's really putting some money on that. That's an interesting one. KD under 2.5 threes, minus 161, too juicy. I like that play though. Ronald Holland over 9.5 points. This is a little bit better. All the major books, you know, in the minus 130s, minus 140s, MGM minus 115, but we're seeing ESPN, Caesars, and FanDuel all minus 140. Ronald Holland. Well, how did he do in the opening? He had 19 points, played 27 minutes. 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Very involved in the game, it seems like. I don't mind going with this. Shall we take Ronald Holland? Somebody's putting over $1,000 on him. 2 separate orders, 660, 660s. So let's go with Ronald Holland. Not a bad price, and we're still beating other books. Ronald Holland over 9.5 points is what we're gonna rock with here. This is in the Pistons game. Come on. Come on, Ronald. Player points, 9.5, 135. I'm okay with that. Putting 100 on there on our player profit. That's a unit for the 10K account for everybody. So next game, let's keep on moving down the list. Wizards, Mavericks. We gotta go to that game. Filter specifically for that game. Over under the Dodgers game, somebody just asked me. Oh man, that's gonna be tough. We'll get to that though. So nothing on SAR on DraftKings for player points, which likely means it's a little lower. Cooper Flag under 7.5 rebounds. Wow. $250 limit on Pinnacle on this. What did he do? I know it wasn't a great game for him, but Cooper Flag stats. So he had 10 rebounds. He had a double-double last game. Not even a bad debut either. I mean, he didn't shoot well, 4 of 13, but dude did have 10 rebounds. Now he is playing point guard for them, which is interesting. We're going to take this. 152 on FanDuel, 136 on DraftKings, 132 on Pinnacle, so it's juiced to that side. And there's $250 limit, $1,300 going in on this play. Cooper Flag under 7.5 rebounds. I like that. And again, player props are going to be probably more popular from this tool for me to use. We're going to see though. I mean, we're going to continue to test this. This is, you know, we had a good day yesterday. It doesn't mean it's going to be a good day today. So we got to really figure out what's going to be consistent here. That's what you want in this. Under 7.5 rebounds. Let's go, Cooper. Assist and score. Do not rebound today. All right, our next game up is going to be, oh boy, Timberwolves and Lakers. Let's see what my Lakers have in store. I don't think they're going to win this game here tonight. Minnesota money line. See, that's actually not. That's good for me, actually. That's not a lot of liquidity there. Maybe my Lakers will win, and I'll be wrong about that. I would be happy to be wrong. This could be good. Rudy Gobert over 9.5 rebounds. That seems like by far the top liquidity play. Let's see what's under it. DiVincenzo, we're getting a decent price on DraftKings. A little more juicy than what you'd like. DiVincenzo under 3.5 assists. Everybody's kind of plus money in that. And there's not a limit. Luka under assists, under 8.5 assists. Ooh, maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Why would it be this instead of Rudy Gobert? Well, let's compare really quick. Gobert, $250 limit. He's getting $1,500 more, so he's getting more than Luka is. But DraftKings is also leading the market in the juice on this. Minus 136. Nobody else is touching that number. With this, though, with Luka under assists, we're seeing still $250 limit, $731, going into it in an order on Novig and ProfitX. Pinnacle minus 143. FanDuel minus 152, DraftKings 134. So FanDuel is pretty sharp with player props. They're not always that sharp, but apparently NBA player props are very good. Pinnacle, we know, sharpest book in the world. Both juiced more than DraftKings. I'm playing for that type of value here. So let's go with Luka under 7.5 assists. And also, let's just take a look at what our next game is going to be as this comes up. We're going to have the Jazz and the Kings up next. So really quick, let's lock in Luka Don. Under 7.5 assists. Oh, wait. Whoa. So we're getting 8.5. Is that... Did I read it wrong? Under 8.5. Okay. So, whatever. Same thing. We're still getting that price I like. So 100 on Luka, under 8.5. Love you, Luka, but pick processing is running in the background. Come on. What are we doing? Place this pick. There we go. We got it locked in. All right. Did I say we're going to the Jazz game next? Let's see what Utah has got in store for us. 22 results in this. Okay, Jazz Kings, Lauri Markkanen over 1.5 assists, minus 118, 185 on DraftKings. Too juicy for us to want to take that. Sabonis under 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We're not getting that line on DraftKings. Keontae George under 17.5 points, not getting that line on DraftKings. Let's see what, and which probably means it's at 16.5. Walker Kessler is going to be very juicy to get 10 rebounds. That's crazy. 10 rebounds is minus 210 on some books for Walker Kessler. Ace Bailey. We're not going to take this, I don't. Well, you know what? Over 8.5 points. How did he do? How did Mr. Ace Bailey do? He scored 2 points, 1 of 5 shooting. Okay. I want to take this because I think he bounces back, but this will be a play that I'll likely come back later to. $329 liquidity is not that much. That's not significant in this. So, you know, we may revisit Ace Bailey in due time. What's next on the slate after the Jazz game? Warriors game. We'll see if the liquidity, and then we got the Suns and Clippers. So Warriors on the money line, not enough liquidity for us to take that, not enough liquidity on the spread to take that. This is the play that we do like though. Buddy Hield, over 10.5 points, minus 118 on DraftKings, pretty in line with the rest of the market, kind of right in the middle there, but almost 2K liquidity when there's a $250 limit on Pinnacle. Why do I like this play? Besides that, they're coming off a overtime game. You think Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry are excited about playing today? Absolutely not. Buddy Hield still got, you know, that young blood in him. He should be getting volume. He should be making his threes tonight. He was not shooting well from 3 last night, so what is it? Heild? Okay, we'll just put in Buddy. How am I spelling his name wrong? Do they not have him on here? Oh, I'm on the wrong game. No wonder it's not coming up. Alright, I could have sworn I clicked on the Warriors game. Where are we? Golden State. Come on. Player props. Come on. Buddy. No. What? Am I looking at the wrong date? Do they play the Nuggets again? Yeah, we need the 24th. Here we go. Okay, I don't know what was going on. Here we go. Player props. Give us Buddy Hield. There we go. Thank you. Player points over 10.5, minus 108. Buddy, you better shoot the ball tonight. Come on. All right, last game up is the Suns game. Let's see what we can get here. Warriors. Suns. Dun, dun, dun. So Suns might win this game. I don't think they're going to win this game, but there's definitely people backing them. I think it's a little bit overreaction from the Clippers. I do like the spread a bit more, though. Royce O'Neal over 3.5 rebounds. Wow. Okay. Too juicy here, but that looks like a good play. Brook Lopez under 13.5 points, rebounds, assists. Nothing here. Lopez O'Neal over 4.5 rebounds. DraftKings has a way better line on this. I don't like, I'm not seeing Pinnacle or FanDuel though, so we're not going to touch that. Zubac over 24.5 points, rebounds. Not enough coming in on this, to be honest. So that's going to round out the NBA for us. Let's look at the World Series, see what's going on there. Let's go to league, clear. We just want baseball right now. So let's take a look. Can we get some World Series plays? Dalton Varsho over stolen base. No, we're not gonna take that. Blake Snell under 6.5 strikeouts is interesting, and I mean, it's probably the best play. That might be why it's on here. Stolen bases. We want normal markets, right? Especially what we're doing on player profit. We got to be very conscious of our limits. I mean, yeah, this is gonna be juicy. Hits allowed. Man, it might be like, just let's look at Blake Snell playoff log though. Playoff game log. I mean, he has been cruising, which is what concerns me. No, I want, 2025. I mean, he's 3-0. He's got, well, I want the individual games though. Let's see if we can get it here. Last 5 games. Yeah, so he pitched these 3 strikeouts, 10, 9, and 9. I mean, to expect him not to do that again tonight, I can't do it. It might be a sharp play. Maybe the Blue Jays, they've probably been good against him. I'm not going to look into that right now, but I can't take myself to fade Blake Snell right now with how he's played this postseason. So nothing on the World Series that I like here. Let's just go to the NHL as a whole. We're not going to go game by game with this, but see if there's anything. Washington Capitals money line. Well, it's getting good liquidity, but it's not much over the limit. Maple Leafs, Sabres. Interesting here. Nothing's over enough, but this was about 14,000. I would take it. We're not seeing. Okay, here we go. What's our DraftKings doesn't have a number here. If you have Better or Dabble or Hard Rock, I would take this. Askarov over 26.5 saves. That's getting a huge boost. But we need it on DraftKings. Is this one that's going to be on? Here we go. Bang! We found a play in the NHL. So we're going to take Mikhail Buckland over 1.5 shots on goal in the Flames and Jets game. Let's go. Love getting a hockey play in there. NHL. Flames and the Jets. Here we go. Mr. Buckland. Come on. Whoa. What? Backlund. Great. Perfect. Okay, player shots on goal over 1.5 minus 125. I like it. So why do we like this play, right? Because we're seeing a $250 limit on Pinnacle, but over $2,000 in liquidity. And even if somebody doesn't have Pinnacle, if they're trying to take this on FanDuel, well, guess what? They want it matched at 1.8K. This is a big time person putting money on this. Now, is it just somebody stupid who wants to bet a bunch? Probably not with this market. It's probably somebody who has a great NHL model, knows a ton about the team, knows a ton about the matchup, and is saying, I really think Backlund is going to be very involved offensively tonight, and I want a lot of money down on this play, and I probably can't get it on FanDuel or on Pinnacle or DraftKings, whatever book I'm betting on. Pinnacle minus 134. We're beating the Pinnacle price. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. Do we have anything else? Dimitri. Oh, okay. We do have another play. So Capitals, Blue Jackets, Dimitri Voronkov. Same thing here. DraftKings minus 135, FanDuel minus 140, Pinnacle minus 139, best odds minus 130. So we're getting a great price, $250 limit on Pinnacle, over $1,700 worth on this play. So Dimitri, let's go. NHL, that was in the Capitals game. Washington. Okay. Player, no. How do you spell it? DM. Okay. Player shots on goal. Over 1.5 minus 135. What a price. Not bad at all for this. Bang, another play locked in. Is this going to be another one? Nope, we do not have this. Good prize fix line, though, for Ivan. All right, let's try to find, can we get one more play? We're not getting the same price on this, 26.5. It's going to be at 27.5. Player goals. Alex Ovechkin, player shots on goal. Wow, man, he shoots a ton. But look at that price. So 120 is the best line. But Pinnacle, 158, FanDuel, 170, DraftKings sitting there at 148. We still have over $1,000 in liquidity on this. Let's take Alexander Ovechkin to go over 3.5 shots on goal, which is a ton. But, I mean, what do we know about him? The dude shoots and the dude scores. So we're going to take that OV shots on goal. Yep, 2.5 is 245 over 3.5. Wait, oh, this is the under, isn't it? Under 3.5. All right, well, I know I said he shoots a lot and scores a lot, but let's go with the under here. Alexander Ovechkin, under 3.5 shots on goal. Again, still like a great price on this. Bang, locking it in. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else? Anything else here? This is gonna be too juicy. Too juicy. Okay, we're starting to get down into the liquidity. We don't need to dip into, you know, things under 1,000 because we've had great prices on other stuff. This could be a play if it jumps up. Actually, this value is really good though. Let's take this as well. Maple Leaf Sabres. You know, I mean, rule of thumb is anything above 500 is pretty good, but what I like here is DraftKings 142, Pinnacle 160, FanDuel 164, so we're getting a very much so positive expected value on this, and there are some people who are, you know, trying to get some bets matched that are above a Pinnacle limit. So Maple Leafs, Sabres, Mateus. This will be our final pick of the day. We got a lot locked in today. Maple Leafs, Sabres, players, shots on goal. Here we go. So what were we? We're under 1.5. I don't know why I keep saying the overs on these. Under 1.5. Over, under 142. Okay. Lock it in. And that will round us out for today. So I may have more later. I'll add them to it. You guys will see the results tomorrow. But much bigger day than yesterday. Wow. 3, 6, 9, 12 plays today. Big slate in the NBA. Found some good hockey value. That's it. So that's our sharp money. Again, if you guys want to get on OddsJam, links in the description of this episode. Use code TAKES, 35% off your first month. This is my favorite betting tool on the market, hands down. There's nothing else that even compares to it. To be able to track all this is truly incredible. I sit on this. I've got it open all day to find more value throughout the day. So if you guys want to get on it, get on it, get 35% off your first month. We'll be back tomorrow with results from this and, of course, with some more plays.